strap on some earplugs. You might want to turn the volume down for this one.
Mom, Anita Vasquez's uncle is a matador in Spain. She was showing everybody his cape. I have to up the ante, and what do I have to show for show and tell? I got nothing, Mom!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 actors and actresses with annoying voices.
I have my own poem that I prepared for you today. Gene made a machine. And Jojo made it go. I blew a fart and blew the whole damn thing apart.
For this list, we're taking a look at performers with less than desirable vocal talents. Whether they make you laugh or cringe, all we know is that these voices are unique in Hollywood.
Is this a bad time to be doing this?
I don't want my real bad time.
Keep in mind that we're excluding actors whose characters' voices are annoying, but whose real speaking voices are normal. Sorry, Janice, Urkel, and Pee-wee. Yours are a list for another day.
Good morning, Pee-wee. Good morning, Mr. Breakfast.
Number 10, Kristen Schaal.
I'm scared. Olivia told me sometimes at school they have pop quizzes. I don't want a pop!
If she were a 10-year-old cartoon character, Kristen Schaal's voice would seem totally natural, which is probably why she plays so many of them.
This attic is amazing. Check out all my splinters!
Of course, when you're a fully grown woman, it comes off a bit differently. Schaal is a comedian, a satirist, a voice actress, and an all-around funny lady.
Not done yet?
And she accomplished all of these things despite the lisp she feared would hold her back.
Well, I'd say, are you decent? But I know that you never are.
But it's not her speech impediment that landed her on this list. It's the whole squeaky, childlike vocal package.
Well, what if I think of something better?
However, with her adorable personality that perfectly matches the timbre of her voice, Schaal has been making it work for her.
If we give it a little effort, perhaps we can make it work, huh?
But there's no denying, it can be annoying.
Oh, it's okay.
Number 9, Jennifer Tilly.
I don't know if I can take another evening of sympathetic eye contact from all the other wives.
Although our first entry is mostly known today for her recurring Family Guy role and her World Series of Poker stardom, any 90s kid will immediately recognize her voice. Having gained public attention in 1994 with an Oscar nod for Bullets Over Broadway.
In some way, you're trying to relive it, and in the process of reliving it, correct it. As if that were possible.
Tilly began a successful streak of playing sultry and dangerous vixens.
Thank you. I am so grateful. I have an attorney I can trust.
Her unique, raspy baby doll voice and femme fatale look came in handy in such films as Bound, Liar Liar, and many Child's Play sequels.
Promises, promises.
Whether in live action or animation, this woman's voice sticks out like a sore thumb.
Your hair was shorter then.
I'm thinking about getting it cut.
Number 8, Megan Mullally.
And I made this microphone?
The first of a few sitcom superstars on this list, Megan Mullally found her way into mainstream audiences' hearts thanks to her portrayal of spoiled, rich, drunken hot mess Karen Walker.
Karen, tell Grace she should fire you.
Grace, tell Will to redirect his anger at his mother where it belongs.
Karen's loud, abrasive voice was a hit because it contrasted so perfectly with her loud, sarcastic, dead-inside character.
Flies everywhere, clumps of dirt, carrots. It's like we're inside Grace's hairdo.
Although Mullally has built a steady career in television since the end of Will and Grace, she's had trouble finding that amount of success again, and it might be because of her voice.
Hey, Davy. You look a bit down. Why so sad and lethargic?
Biggest red flag? Her failed talk show that lasted a couple of months. We're guessing audiences just didn't want to hear her talk.
We're on Wings together one day and then they name a show after you. It's awesome.
Number 7, Ben Stein.
Adler.
Here.
Anderson. Anderson.
Here.
Say it with us.
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
It's hilarious to think that a man with such a boring, monotonous voice was a very successful teacher, lawyer, and White House presidential speechwriter for Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford. Ben Stein later moved in front of the cameras, playing a long string of background characters in comedies, usually a teacher, doctor, or psychiatrist.
Mr. Ipkiss, I feel I should warn you that I don't work personally with really sick people. They're private institutions for things like that.
His droning voice can easily put you to sleep and almost gives him a punching bag quality.
My book is about masks as a metaphor, Mr. Ipkiss. A metaphor, not to be taken literally.
It has, however, been an integral part of his successful comedic persona and is clearly what makes him memorable.
Go as yourself and as the mask, because they are both one and the same beautiful person.
Number 6, Roseanne Barr.
All I know is I better get my goddamn parking validated or some asshole's getting fired!
Our next sitcom star is one of the funniest and most controversial people on this list. Roseanne has been called many things, whether it was during her stand-up beginnings or her more recent foray into politics.
You ran for president.
I did.
Will you support a Kanye West presidency?
No.
You will not?
No, but I will support, American citizens.
When her self-titled sitcom was on TV, millions of middle-class Americans happily welcomed her into their living rooms.
The only thing you've been doing for the last 2 weeks is just laying there watching TV and buffing out your nails.
Her whiny, shrill voice, however, did not help her brash and abrasive public persona.
Put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it, you honky motherfuckers!
Being hilarious seems to give you the right to speak to the public. Otherwise, we have to wonder who would allow this woman to hold a microphone. Or sing the national anthem, for that matter. Number 5, Bobcat Goldthwait.
Pain! Coming, you most lugubrious nymph!
Millennials know his bizarre voice as one of Hades' minions in Disney's Hercules. But Bobcat built his name as a stand-up comedian, and a darkly funny one at that.
I had a woman come up to me in an airport and say, I don't mean to insult you, but you look like Bobcat Goldthwait.
He developed the vocal personality for which he became famous in his youth when he was friends with and performing alongside Tom Kenny, better known as the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Today's the big day, Gary.
Since then, Goldthwait has brought his high, raspy, and downright annoying sound to a variety of small and big screen roles.
People just don't understand me.
Well, maybe if you talked a little slower, a little softer.
That's not what I meant.
The real difference between his stage and screen persona and his real-life speaking voice seems to be volume. So whether or not his everyday tone is quite as annoying is up for debate.
I was going for innocence.
Number 4, Chris Tucker.
Hey, this is bullshit.
Despite having few credits to his name, Chris Tucker became a Hollywood powerhouse, mostly thanks to his hilarious performances alongside Jackie Chan in the Rush Hour films.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
His voice is certainly unforgettable, but many will have a hard time forgetting his piercing breakout performance alongside Bruce Willis.
Here he is, the one and only winner of the Gemini Croquette Contest,
which was one of 2 movies that earned him a Razzie nomination for Worst New Star.
Your house, magnifico, montebella, tutti frutti.
Although his role in The Fifth Element was mostly exaggerated for laughs, it doesn't mean his nails on a chalkboard performance wasn't annoying.
I talked to you for a second. I just talked to you.
Nevertheless, audiences seem to love his motor-mouth brand of comedy and are demanding more Tucker.
Unbelievable!
Number 3, Ray Romano.
Mom, sorry about Dad. Yeah.
Ray Romano is another stand-up comedian who ended up making it big by turning his life into a staple of American comedy television.
And whatever you're thinking, that's right.
This multiple award winner used his brand of self-deprecating humor to build an impressive career. Granted, the nasal way he speaks can make him sound like an annoying version of Kermit the Frog.
Don't look at me, I can't get a word in edgewise. Well, then who the hell's been talking this whole time?
But that cartoonish voice of his also made him a perfect fit to bring Manny the Mammoth to life in Ice Age.
You were bluffing, huh?
Yeah, that was a bluff.
As obnoxious as he can be, his pitch-perfect delivery and comedic timing make it difficult not to love Raymond.
You had your jerkwads and your jerk-offs, so just between the wads and the offs, I had to get out of there.
Number 2. Gilbert Gottfried.
77 years ago, I was broke!
Talk about a man who knows what he's got, or what he hasn't got. In Gilbert Gottfried's case, what he hasn't got is a soothing voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can hear the sound of my voice.
This character actor and comedian has crafted an impressive career, primarily using his voice as his calling card. Another SNL alum,
Mickey Mouse on acid.
Gottfried made his biggest career-altering move when he exploded onto the silver screen in Disney's Aladdin.
I can't believe it. I just don't believe it.
His memorable role as the evil Iago cemented a humongous voice acting career, while he continues to use his shrieking and unique pipes for comedic effect.
He's cracked. He's gone nuts. Jafar! Jafar! Get a grip! Good grip.
We'd love nothing more than for him to provide a commentary track for 50 Shades of Grey.
But when he hits my clitoris, I cry out loudly. Oh, please, I groan. Quiet, he orders.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Ha you fool! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia.
They even took my iPod.
What about the backups?
They took our backups. They took the backups of our backups. They were extremely thorough.
Just downloaded like 30 songs onto there.
I mean, I think I was most struck by people's affection for the characters and for the show.
Number 1. Fran Drescher.
Oh, honey, you have no idea what bad is.
Say what you will about Fran Drescher, the often parodied comedienne may have the most annoying voice in show business, and topping it off, the most annoying laugh you will ever hear. But her comedic persona will forever be known to the masses.
Siri, can you call Mom?
Sorry, I do not understand your accent.
Her cackling voice sounds like you're slowly letting air out of a balloon, but it so perfectly fit her middle-class queen's character and helped create a successful sitcom.
You forgot to stick your tongue out.
Drescher not only created The Nanny, but also allowed herself to be featured in front of the camera and became a superstar of the 90s, proving that you can't let a little thing like this voice hold you back.
Well, that's wonderful.
Do you agree with our list?
Oh, hell no.
Which actors' voices make you cringe? For more hilarious top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
So I'll start packing. You know what you have to do.